Hey guys, Love is Dead again, coming with the final match between Na'Vi and LGD, the third game. LGD, as you can see up top here, finally taken down by the ones and onlys, the Na'Vis. So it is both a 50-50 chance of getting into the next. Actually, this match determines who goes to the final match for the $1 million prize money. And what do we have for the bands? Naga Siren, third time, gets through. Picked up twice by LGD. Won once with a great tri-lane up top. Lost the second time when that tri-lane didn't work out. What Na'Vi did was made sure that they didn't put their crucial hero on that lane. They made sure that they switched it up so that the tri-lane was faced against a non-crucial hero. And that is what spelled their win. Anyways, we have Darkseer actually gets through the pool. This was a bane for Na'Vi last game. I mean the first game. Darkseer as well as Naga Siren and Venomancer are going to be picked up right now. So they still have open the option for a tri-lane. Leshrac has been taken by Na'Vi this time, so they don't have him to put in there. Morphling is going to be the first ban out here. Na'Vi doesn't want to give them that mid-game and late-game hero that they could steamroll with. We're going to have to see if LGD are going to go for their DK pickup again. I think Na'Vi are ready to let them have it. We'll see if he gets through the ban pool. But it might be a smart ban out here from Na'Vi and make sure that LGD have to pick a different strategy against them. DK was really strong in the game in the middle lane. And it's really hard to take him down with all that regen and armor that he has. So, and Pudge yet again has not been banned out yet. Anti-Mage banned out. That was one that goes for Havost. Two of his big carries right now have been Anti-Mage as well as Juggernaut. So we'll have to see what LGD decides to ban out yet again. Then Nature's Prophet as was the third ban out. Enigma as well, they don't want to give him that. Tidehunter still available. Sand King still available. Enchantress does get through this time, so they are going to have Puppy playing in the jungle with Enchantress. That is a big hero to give him. Actually, he loves to have those sort of roles, and he loves to push down towers early on with that. That's going to give them a good, strong lane up in the top lane with Enchantress, so they could protect one of their things, and they do ban out the Dragon Knight, so LGD are going to have to pick a different strategy. And I don't know what they're going to couple Naga Siren with. They seem to be putting Naga Siren in the secondary role, just as sort of an irritation in terms of team fight, not taking the primary carry role, not being the huge damage dealer. But DK was difficult because he has so much health, and you have to focus him, and you have to get rid of him. You can't do something like give him Aegis. You can't let him get out of control, because he is hard to control. At level 16, his ultimate is huge. You really don't want to let him get there. Rubik, though, still picked up a third time. I don't even know if I mentioned this. Third time, going to be played by Dendi. So I don't think they're going to even ban out the Pudge this time. They're going to ban out the Juggernaut, the two big heroes that Na'Vi that pull big wins out with in terms of carry. So we'll have to see what they're going to put Havost with. Broodmother still in the pool. They used that one time, but if Na'Vi are going to play the game that has been going well for them, they're going to need to pick up two big, like a big 1 and 2 carry, unless Leshrac is going to pick up that role. And Tidehunter is going to couple extremely well with Venomancer and Naga Siren, as well as Darkseer. And it may be a big problem for Na'Vi if they do end up grouping up and caught out by a Song, Vacuum, Ravage, and Venomancer ult. So team fight here, coming out from LGD. Na'Vi really need to work on the split push in this game. That is the only thing that they may have going for them. They need to make sure that LGD is on the back foot the entire time, control their movements. LGD clearly going for the team fight. Na'Vi is, they love the team fight, but they're not, I don't know how they do. They did well to split push last time, but they were looking for a lot of kills. Anyways, Beastmaster is going to be picked up. I think that's going to go on Light of Heaven again. He didn't do so well on that in the first game, but hopefully he will play a little bit safer this time, and probably going to take the long lane. Roll. Queen of Pain going to be picked up by LGD, so it is going to actually be an interesting sort of setup. I'm not sure who's going to take the farm and be the sort of damage dealer in the team fight. Queen of Pain is quite squishy, but she can deal with Aghanim Scepter. Her ultimate at level 16 is is 40 seconds with that interceptor cooldown on that thing. So that is present always in every single team fight and allows her to split push down lanes, but I do not think they're really going... They have... LGD do not have a split pushing lineup. Tidehunter not too great. I mean, I just don't... Yeah, I don't really see the split push, the heavy split push lineup LGD have. They're going to have to deal with a lot of split push out from Na'Vi, and I don't think they have it quite yet as they go into the late game. And we'll see if Na'Vi are going to, what they're going to pick up here. Are they going to take a really hard carry or what? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? They got 15 seconds and Faceless Void! I thought in my head, I was like, Faceless. They still have Faceless. Are they going to do it? Are they going to pick up Faceless? I had an inkling that they're going for the freaking hard carry, and they are going, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Prepare for battle.
Anyways, let's see. Dendy going to be playing the role of Rubik. He's going to be playing. Light of Heaven is going to be on the Beastmaster. Arsart is going to take the Leshrac. Puppy is on the Enchantress, and Havost is on the Faceless Void. The hardest carry. Sylar is going to be taking yet again the Nagasarian. Zhao is going to be on the Darkseer. Yao going to be picking up Queen of Pain. DDC going to take the Tidehunter. DD going to be playing the Venomancer, and we're going to have to see how this works out. I'm really not sure how these heroes on LGD's side are going to really work. Are they going to go for a level 1 Roshan? Is this their strategy? No. They just wanted to make sure that Na'Vi weren't going for it. And they're just going to go back into their lanes. It looks like probably going to be yet again another tri-lane with Nagasarian. That's just going to be Light of Heaven, who's just not going to get any farm. They're fine with that. They are actually focused on the split push. And then Havost, they really want him to roll through with Faceless Void. And Havost is definitely capable of doing that with Faceless Void. I really haven't seen him playing Faceless Void.
The battle begins.
Anyways, the tri-lane here, yeah, going to be faced up against Venomancer. This is actually pretty good for both sides, actually. They're both playing defensively this game. I think, well, with Faceless Void, it is quite a dangerous game for LGD. They are going to have to win the mid-game because they are going to have to win the mid-game with Teamfight because Faceless Void is definitely going to roll through them. Queen of Pain, I don't think is going to be able to stand against Faceless Void, and I really don't know if Nagasarian is either. We're going to have to see how the lineup works out. I really don't know the stats on Faceless Void. I don't know exactly what his build is or anything like that. He's just not picked up that often. And Dendy's going to be faced off against Yao in the mid lane. He's comfortable with this matchup. And Queen of Pain is definitely a squishy mid-game middle lane hero. And Zhao is going to be pushed back right now. Havost getting 3 last hits already. Sylar going to be right up against him though. The safe tri-lanes on both sides. And Puppy, it's a semi-tri-lane because Puppy has thing. And this is what Na'Vi love to do. They're going to be able to deal with one solo laner in the top lane. Once Enchantress gets level 5, 6, they're going to push in, maybe about 4 or 5 minutes into the game, they're going to push in and take a tower. And actually going to smoke up yet already, looking for a kill on Yao. They do have 2 Centaurs, going to stun him up. The telekinesis, it doesn't able to get up the trap with the stun, not the trap. They do put off the War Stomp, but it's too slow for the Queen of Pain. And looks like going to lose that Centaur Con in about 2 seconds. 1 goes down. That'll be the end of that one. Anyway, he's going to try to take that Ancient Camp. And Havost looking to build the Time Lock as well as Time Walk. Actually going to take 1 point and backtrack. Kind of interested to see what his build is going to be. I'll try to remember to check it every so often. Arsart, he's actually only level 1, so they're losing a lot on Leshrac, but he is playing on support. And I think Light of Heaven also no experience, hasn't gotten a thing just yet, and his camp has been warded. So he's going to have a hard time. I think the XP may be going in favor of the Radiant. Yeah, but it's kind of dipping back down now. And it's dipping back down there as well. really just getting as much as they can on Faceless Void. And has been doing a pretty good job of it. Actually only seems to burn out one Tango unless he got something back from it. 800 gold already up on him. 16 last hits. We do have the same up on Sylar though. Mega farm going to be on both heroes. 1,000 gold up on her. And she's probably going to be going for the... I don't know if she's going to be going for the Vanguard build. Probably going to need to build damage for the fight that they have going. Both teams have a good time lock stun. Let's see, we have Light of Heaven with a Roar. We have Beastmaster with the Chronosphere. We have Leshrac stun that is able to be popped off, and Enchantress with the slow, and maybe anything from Troll Trap. So, and everyone on the Na'Vi side do have a stun, and it looks like LGD they have a slow up on Queen of Pain, a big stun from Tidehunter, and a slow as well. A Entrap from Ensnare from Nagasari, and no stun on Zhao, but he is able to pull. So, you know, both teams going for a crowd control team fight have available to them. And Venomancer hasn't actually gotten the first blood yet. The Light of Heaven is just sitting back. He's just, I don't know, he can't really do anything. He's still got a minute and a half before that ward is going to be down. And Venomancer has a sentry ward, but doesn't have another ward after that. Has 200 gold he could build. And probably could put down another ward if he wanted to. That would really screw up Light of Heaven. I'm a little worried about Light of Heaven getting 0 farm and 0 experience. But certainly a hero that can come back from it. He's actually just going to leave the lane. Perhaps go into mid lane or something, just to get something. Tidehunter is level 3, so the defensive tri-lane really working out very well for LGD. But the same thing as well as Zhao, who only has... who really doesn't have any hit point experience points as well, and this is going to be first blood. He goes down. The Voss takes the first blood kill. He's going to get extra. That was really not a great play from Zhao. Losing that first blood also has no experience, so evened up in terms of that, and we have the experience now going the way of the Dire, as well as the gold dropping definitely in favor of the Dire. LGD are going to have to make something happen in this game. And without any farm, without any turns of experience, the Darkseer can really be shut down because that the Ion Shell, he has to go into the jungle, as you can see. The Ion Shell loses very much its effectiveness with only it's only 30 damage over time. It really needs to be leveled to get the benefit that they're looking for. Both teams with the same sort of strategy going into this match. We'll have to see which one works out in the end. They're just not really worried about Sylar at all. We got Venomancer. He has level 3 actually, and Puppy coming up here has an urn as well. So going to be a little bit more survival, but only has 300 hit points. It's quite dangerous. But she has 2 trolls. Nope, just one. One of them burnt out. I'll try to catch out someone. I'm not going to find anyone just yet. You're going to find DDC. They're going to reveal off where Puppy is. You're going to have Ursa going to set off the clap. Deal just a tiny bit of damage, but Puppy's going to have to back off from that one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And we have a lot of heroes in LGD trying to get the farm back up. You have Zhao going to camp this small jungle, trying to get a little bit of experience and gold. He has finally now a level 2 Ion Shell and a Surge. Not sure how long he's going to stick himself in the jungle for. Boots finish up on him. Puppy goes back into the jungle. Or sorry, Illusions. Farming up. It's going to be a quiet early game, I expect. It's going to be quiet, probably up until the 10-15 minute mark. And how is Yao doing up against this Dendi so far? Actually beating out Dendi right now. And he does have a Blink. That is a dangerous spell to give Dendi, as anyone knows. He is going to prioritize keeping that spell. And he does have his bottle, so he's going to use that Fade Bolt, Telekinesis. He could be quite a nuisance to Queen of Pain, but she does have level 3 Scream and 1 level in Sonic Wave. And he's Light of Heaven now. What has he got for in terms of experience? He's only got level 2, but the creeps have been pushed up into the tower, so he's going to be able to get a tiny bit of experience for this. They were trying to push it down, but not dealing too much damage. Now level 3, and it looks like Puppy's... He finally has his camp available to him to start stacking kind of late into the game. Dendi seems to have eaten one of a Shadow Strike. Takes out a lot of damage if you look at it, though. He gets the deny yet again, so he has 9 denies, 25 last hits, versus Yao with 13 denies, 33 last hits. So Yao is definitely winning this lane. Queen of Pain jumping in, Na'Vi, Dendi backing himself off with the blink. That is why Dendi loves his blink. And Yao has been able to play aggressive so far. And Chandra's coming in, probably going to try to deal some damage here. Arsar coming in, they need to get a stun. They have the edict popped off, and do they get a stun? Yes, and this is going to be first blood. Nagasarian pops off the ultimate, not in time though, he's going to be caught out. This is kind of dangerous situation. They're going to try to kill Dendi, they did pop it off, and he steals the ultimate. This is not good, this is not a good thing. I don't even know how he was able to do that, but he was able to pop it off before the ensnares popped off, and the Leshrac stun actually eating a good amount of damage, and they're going to have to back themselves off. They do lose Leshrac. They do have to commit a good amount of heroes to this. This is 2 going the way of Na'Vi. Who's the second kill? How did I miss that? It was Queen of Pain. And then someone else went down. I don't know. Oh well. Someone else go down in some other lane? No, I don't think so. I know Leshrac died, but I missed one of the other kills. Oh, it was Darkseer who got killed earlier on. Okay, I'm back in it. I'm with it. And now the Ion Shell. Now that it is a couple levels up, Havas has to be a little bit more wary of it, but he's still getting a good amount of farm. And he's got his Ring of Health though, so that is going to be able to deal with the harassment that's going to come out from the Ion Shell. There is no burst damage that Darkseer can do, but he's really having a hard lane right here. He has to go all the way back to get some mana, and is only level 3. He's probably going to have to go back into the jungle at this point. Our side has been doing a good job of making sure that his carry does not get much farm, or gets as much farm as he needs. Level 8 hasn't had to leave the lane, whereas Sylar had to leave the lane for that team fight-ish thing. Just wastes a little bit of time, and she's only level 7. Finish up her power treads, and what is the build going to be on Faceless? What are they going to go? I don't think they're going to go for a Vanguard, really. Perseverance has been finished up. Going to go for the Battle Fury build, and he's going to start flash farming as well. Probably going to get himself a double damage rune. And Dendi, he's got himself a smoke. I wonder if they're going to go try to get yet another kill on Zhao. It is probably time for Na'Vi to be ready to push down the tower. It's 10 minutes in and nothing's happened. We have a bunch of teleports coming out. They died really far. They didn't even get the tower for this. They're going to be caught out right here. Faceless Void is going to be caught in. Scream of Pain. Scream Sonic Wave is in there. Havas has caught out 2 heroes right now. And Dendi with a double damage rune. Ravage was stolen. Not good. Not good. Tidehunter goes down. Dendi just stealing the ultimates, man. And Yao has to back himself away. He's got to slow down, and the Impetus is not going to deal enough damage. Puppy's going to have to back off. They do get 2 heroes right there. And now LGD have to be careful. Have to be careful of what they're doing. And Zhao is up in here trying to get rid of, trying to push in the tower by cutting off the creep wave, but that's going to leave him low on life. And there's no Beastmaster roar up. And what is fate? And they do have a smoke. Where's Faceless? Faceless is down in the bottom lane. And now he's going up again. He's going to have to go up against Sylar. Sylar shows herself back into the lane. I'm sure he's not too worried about that. He is, how close is he to his Battle Fury? I'm not sure. He has quite a ways to go. Probably not going to get it at 15 minutes. I'm not sure. He should, actually, with the amount of farm he's been getting. He does have his power treads finished up, though. So if LGD need to shore up their game, they need to gather themselves together and make sure that they don't lose these team fights like they have been. And they're going to switch things up a little bit, going in the mid lane, going to pressure it in against Puppy. Where did Dendi go? Dendi's going up here, and they're looking for something. They have a Sentry Ward pop down, and actually going to be able to. Not looking to there's no D ward. The ward is up here. They didn't see it. I don't even know if they're able to reveal it off where the Sentry Ward is placed. And might have haven't taken a good amount of damage, but he's going to start getting his farm back up. And once he has Roar, that's going to be a huge team fight for Na'Vi. And here we go. We got some teleports up in the top lane. Zhao's going to be in here. He is in bad spot. Archside, if he's able to get it, and he's going to, nope, he's going to pop up the Edict and try to run in. But, oh man, look how much damage he's taking. If he eats a split earth right now, he might just go down. And he does. One more thing. There he is. And DDC has found out, taking a lot of damage. The Ravage is here. Oh no, the Roar was popped off. Gonna kill him, but he needs to get away. He needs to pop off his, there he goes. The boss is going to be able to get away from this. 2 kills now, yet again. Navi taking the lead. And it looks like that is going to be 2 free kills. That is it. And that is yet another kill for Havlas, getting him ever closer to the Battle Fury. What has he purchased? He has purchased up his Claymore. That just leaves 1,200 gold for the broadsword. About 1,000 left of it before he gets all of his farming potential. And they're really going to try to look for the tower up here. And LGD look like they want to defend. They have the Naga Siren ultimate. They have Scream of Pain up. This might be dangerous. They have DDC with his ultimate up. They have big ultimates, and they're going to set up for nothing right now. They're too spread out. They might be able to get 3 heroes right here. Actually, what are they going to do? They're going to pop off the Ravage, only get 2. Dendy's going to go down to the Sonic Wave, and now that leaves Puppey. He is still alive. Light of Heaven is taking a good amount of damage. He's ensnared up in here, and it looks like Queen of Pain has to back out of the match. Light of Heaven is going to go down. They do get a kill. Actually, there's 3 heroes down for the Navi, and LGD pulling back into the game with this team fight. Going to take a tower for this. And as I thought, the ultimates now up on LGD make for a dangerous game for Navi. They were not spread out enough for it, and they did not have enough to answer back with it. But Havlas is looking to get his Battle Fury up, and I'm not sure what the second build item is going to be for him. I don't think it'd be Manta style. We'll have to see what he's gonna go with Faceless Void. He's actually taken only 2 points in backtrack, getting time lock as well as time walk. And what do we have for DD Zhao? He's got 1 point in vacuum, maxing out the ion shell surge, but his lanes are kind of, that ion shell is not going to be able to be used too much in lane anymore because the game has gone into a different sort of role here at 15 minutes in. And Light of Heaven, what is your build here? We got your Primal Roar has been finished off, so you can pick off a hero if you want to with the rest of your team. Now you're going to push in this top tower. It looks like Venomancer is going to only have 1 ward to be placed down here. I don't know if they're going to. It looks like LGD are going to go for a split push here. They have this lane, bottom lane pushed out, as well as the mid lane pushed out. Navi are going to melt down this tower with the Edict damage, and that's going to go down. And are they going to be able to defend against this middle tower before they have to make the trade? And I think they're just going to teleport themselves in. The fortifications have popped off. They have to back LGD away from this, and it looks like Light of Heaven was able to defend against the tower too. So 1 tower, evening out for Navi. Popping down a sentry ward here, and I'm not exactly sure what that's for. Probably just trying to make sure that they de-ward and make sure that there's nothing that they have to worry about in terms of vision, crucial vision for LGD. Lost, still getting free farm, and has not been stopped just yet. No deaths, 2 kills, and he is not getting actually 16 minutes. He's got his Battle Fury finished, and here comes the farm. What do we got up on Sylar? 104 last hits. I'm going to check out net worth right now, and he's got over 1,000 gold in terms of advantage over Sylar. Sylar's got looking for I think you're going for the Lincoln Sphere build again. This is a defensive build, and I'm not sure I really like it. I think Nagasari needs more of an offensive build in order to win this match, just because of all the damage that can come out from Navi's side. So we'll have to see if they're going to stick with what they've done the past 3 games, or switch it up a bit. Queen of Pain is going to be the next carry, and she doesn't have any crucial items up on her just yet. Perhaps she's going for the Aghanim Scepter build next. And this tower is actually going to be pressured in. He's going to deal a good amount of damage to it. It's about equal with the mid tower here on Navi's side. And just Faceless Void, he's got his Battle Fury. He's going to dive in just a bit. Actually, he's not going to go for that farm. He's going to back himself out, go back into the jungle. Plenty of sentry wards down here. And the Wild Kid able to deal damage to LGD from the side. They're just going to kill that off right quickly. And it looks like Na'Vi are going to defend against their tier 1 tower. LGD pretty big right now in terms of able to take this down, this tower. Only 3 heroes here versus 4. And Havost is now coming his way into the battle. I got a little bit of a lag spike. Hope I don't miss anything. The Shrek stun, and the tower's taking a good amount of damage. LGD is going to have to back off, waiting for that. They have to bait out the Ravage. If Dendi can steal another big ultimate, that would change. If he can steal Ravage again, that'd be fantastic. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. They are going to lose their tier 1 tower in the middle lane. And Havost is down in the bottom lane, still farming up. But the top tier 2 tower is being pushed in right now. So LGD are going to have to back off. And Na'Vi just going to look to continue to farm up, get more farm up on Faceless Void. They haven't lost a ton of map control yet. So they're going to be comfortable with doing so. Again, this match is the match that's going to decide one of the teams that is going to be in the grand final for the $1 million, the big money. Now we have a Screamer Paint stolen by Rubik. It's going to give him a good amount of damage output. And both teams, they're just, see what Na'Vi is doing right now. They are trying to just give Havost as much time to farm as they possibly can. And yeah, he's going to jump right in here and not going to find himself an actual hero, just some illusions. What they're doing is controlling LGD's movements by split pushing and just giving Havost time to farm. That is what they want up on him. They want him to get out of control. Sylar is catching up though. Does have the ultimate orb finished off, so getting ever closer to that Lincoln Sphere. This early in the game may make her a big threat in terms of team fight. So this build might be actually going to be working out for them. And the bottom tower is under attack. Na'Vi not ready to go up against the team fight potential that LGD has at the moment, just because of the Ravage. The Ravage is the big thing. Light of Heaven going to be caught out right now in Snare. Sonic Wave. Light of Heaven goes down before he can even do anything into the match. They're going to lose this tier 1 tower, and they're going to have to be able to do something with this. Na'Vi are going to now Na'Vi is going to be on the back foot. They've lost another tower because they cannot engage. And that is dangerous. Faceless Void is down here. He looking for, I guess he's going to build up a BKB. That is going to make him in team fights. That will allow him to make sure that he doesn't get caught out by the Song of the Siren as well as the Ravage. And we're going to see how many more BKBs they're going to try to build up right now on the rest of the side. Dendi is looking for his Force Staff. Probably a Blink Dagger after that. That's pretty much core on him. And our side right now, going to try to get a little bit of farm. Still playing the support role. Got himself in the Man Boots. It's good for him. Lutrak needs a lot of mana points for his Pulse. Nova Puppy looks like trying to finish up some power treads, but hasn't been too much of a presence thus far. Really, they're just focused on making sure Black King Bar recipe finished off. That means that Havost needs 13k before his Black King Bar is up. That's going to be a couple minutes away. He just had free farm in the top lane, so I don't. Yeah, look at actually, he's quite far away from Sylar in terms of gold. Actually gold is dead even right now. XP is in favor of the Dire by about 2k. But I'm kind of interested that the gold is even, just because probably the towers are matching this one up, and the ancient camps that LGD smartly denied from Light of Heaven early on in the game. He doesn't have the mechanism finished up. Doesn't have a magic stick. Actually, it's just a magic stick. Doesn't have a magic wand. No, our side actually getting a good amount of farm outside over here. We have a level 8 on Light of Heaven.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's good scouting action, but the bottom tower is going to be pressured in. And we have the entire Na'Vi side minus Havost, who's up in here. They're trying to defend against their tier 2 tower. We're going to put up telekinesis on DD, running back into the jungle from Dendi. And here we go. We have Puppy's going to be counted out right now. He's going to be finished off right quick. That is the end of him. And we have DD gonna get Venomous Gale on Light of Heaven, trying to block him off. Light of Heaven taking a good amount of damage. We have a Plague Wards stopped here, and the Scream of Pain ultimate went out, and it looks like Zhao's going to be caught out right now. We have the Song of the Siren, and oh no, this is not good. Ravage is going to be popped off, and we get another hero. 2 heroes go down in the way of LGD, and Havas is now coming into the battle. He is solo over here. He's going to try to finish off 3 heroes. Is he going to be able to do it before they are the end of him? No, he's going to go down. He does not get a kill. He buys back into the game. That is not what he wanted to have happen. And Dendi, he's going to be able to take out Venomancer, but Yao is going to be able to TP himself out. That is not the way that Na'Vi wanted this battle to go. He just wanted those kills, but he wasn't able to get them. He wanted those kills, but not able to get them. He was so close to them. His Chronosphere just ran out just in time. He's going to go for Roshan by himself. And I think he does. Does he have the power? Actually, he's not going to go by himself, but does he have the power to do it? Does LGD realize this is happening? I'm not sure. But as you can see, Havas with his good Chronosphere is able to deal a good amount of damage. And Dendi just not able to steal the Ravage. And a good offensive Sonic Wave, or Song of the Siren. Lincoln Sphere finished up on Nagasaki. She's probably had that in the last team fight. They're going into the mid lane. I don't think they're going to be able to find the Roshan attempt. Actually, they are, and they don't have the song up, but it is 30 seconds away. Rageous is punching there. Pull him out. Zhao is going to be focused on right now. He's actually going to go down right now to the Wild Axes. Dendi going to be the traitor right there. I think he's going to go down. We're going to focus here on Silo right now. He's taking a good amount of damage. Venomancer ultimate popped off. Pulse Nova going to be trying to catch out someone. DD going down. We have DDC. Oh no, Na'Vi AA goes down. And that is one hero trade, I think. Havas going to try to finish off DDC on the back foot here. Should be able to trade him away. He does have the ultimate off if he's going to decide to burn that on him. Yao on the back foot here, and he's going to use it to get the kill. And they trying to even things up with that. That is why he burned it off for that kill. But is 100 seconds before that it's going to be up, and he's going to get an illusion rune to help him farm up the jungle just a bit, and he is just near his Black King bar. That should be finished up on him, or perhaps on the courier. Nope, it is not on the courier just yet, but he has enough gold to buy the Mithril Hammer. Gonna find himself Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain wants none of that. So Faceless Void still is a big threat in this game, especially if he can negate the damage from the Ravage. And if the rest of Na'Vi can get, they would need, I don't even know who they would need a BKB on. A good one, our side would be a good one to get a BKB on, and he's working on it. Ogre Club finished up on him. He's quite a decent wave away from it, though. So he's going to have to take a lot of farm before that is up. Dendi probably just going to go with his blinking strategy. He is a little bit away from his blink dagger, but he is amazing with his mobility. And it looks like Yao not going for the Scythe of Vice. I don't think it's going to get yet another Lincoln Sphere. I think he's going for the Scythe of Vice right now to stop Faceless Void. The chicken would be a good thing to have, and she's quite near it actually. Only about 800 gold, now even more, now even less far away from it. And the farm is accelerating. We do have Naga Siren and Queen of Pain on the second and third roll. Faceless Void taking the first, but still quite a lot of farm to catch up from. There's a Black King bar, there it is, and we're probably going to see some kind of damage dealing item coming out next from him. He needs to be a little bit more offensive. Needs some kind of agility to give him some more damage. I guess he could get a Daedalus if he wanted it, just get raw damage. But I'm not sure about that build. Getting more armor on him would be good. He's got 12 armor right now, but has nothing in plus armor. As you can see, his jungle is empty right now, and it's going to be empty for a little bit longer, so he's playing a little bit more aggressive and taking the more aggressive farm. But it looks like Yao wants to go on him, and he's going to pull a vacuum, but it's not going to be enough. Yao, I almost forgot his name. Havas is going to be able to get away from They're going to work on the Ancients, still trying to, both teams just looking to get farm. As I said, it's going to be a quiet matchup, except when team fights happen. Both teams are really just looking to control the game in terms of farm and hard carry into the late game to see which strategy is going to work out. It may just be a level 25 match. We have Scythe of Vice now finished up on Queen of Pain. Faceless Void has maxed out his Chronosphere. I'm going to take a look at the XP graph. XP graph definitely in favor of the Dire. Gold graph still in favor of the Dire, but not too much. So what they have is level advantage. They need to press that advantage in terms of towers and really just have to stop getting hit with the Ravage. Ravage has been the decider in these team fights, and they have, as you see, Na'Vi will split up and not be grouped up together in a team fight so that they can't get all Ravage. But that also works against them because that means that one of their heroes gets picked off, and then Ravage can happen. So it is actually a great team fight strategy that LGD are able to capitalize on. So they're going to look for it, and I think they're going to be able to pop off the song and set up for another Ravage. And if they do it right now, they're not going to do it. They are going to get Puppy, though. Puppy's going to take a lot of damage. Scream of Pain just saved right there. Light of Heaven getting a good ultimate on there. Sylar is going to be focused down on right now. They do have the Ravage. The Velocipop for the BKB, so they're actually not doing a whole lot. And the counter Ravage. The counter Ravage does it. They lose Sylar. DDC goes down. DD going down as well. And Zhao is on the back trying to get away. And they just, one more points of damage. That goes their way. Picking up 4 kills from Na'Vi. That team fight went their way. It is just a back and forth game. Flip of the coin. Depends on how the initiation works out. If Rubik wasn't able to steal the ultimate right there, things may have looked differently. But it went hugely in their favor because Dendi took that Ravage.
Radiant's bottom tower has
And
fallen.
that is the danger of running a Ravage against Dendi on a Rubik. This gives them time to farm. That gives them much of an advantage in terms of gold. 3,000 gold now. Up on Faceless Void. And, what do we have? Light of Heaven has looking to perhaps build up an Aghanim Scepter. I'm not sure what he's building. We have Faceless Void. Still hasn't purchased up anything yet. And Yao Loon still has that Scythe of Vice, but wasn't able to use it. Faceless Void jumped in and Chronosphere right away. Drum of Endurance up on Puppy. As well as a Cloak, perhaps going to build up the Pipe of Insight to deal again with the Ravage damage. Getting a Pipe of Insight would be huge, and going to have a Heart build up on Sylar, so definitely not going to be the damage dealer in this fight. Just going to be a tank, but if she gets caught out like she did last game, team fight's going to go the way of Na'Vi. If she doesn't, though, it's going to be a hard time to deal with it. So it really just comes down to who is able to do what. Who is able to gain the upper hand in the team fight. And they're going to look, they're just going to get some illusions. I don't think they're going to go, I think they know that these are illusions. Yeah, probably because there's 2 of them. That might have given it away. Or sorry, just getting close to his BKB, 1,000 gold away from that. That's going to make him a little bit more tanky and survivable in team fights. And he's going to be able to deal that Pulse Nova damage that is just huge. What does he purchase up? He's got 4,000 gold. Still has the Aegis of the Immortal. And how long is that up? He's got a couple more minutes before that. It's going to be burned away, and then they can steal Roshan yet again. And actually, Enchantress takes one of the illusions, I think. Or does that just get rid of one of the illusions? I'm not sure. Oops, sorry, I hit my mic. Yeah, actually, they do have one of the Sylar illusions that is in there working for them. That is gone. Enchantress working her magic. It's actually quite a nice strategy. The Enchantress, if Faceless Void gets replicated in a wall, Enchantress can take it. And they have 2 Faceless Voids, with one with 140% damage output. So they're going to have to be careful with that, and Puppy is going to have to be on point with the enchants. They're going to just farm up the jungle, make sure that Sylar doesn't get the farm that she wants. Roaming is 5 in order to do this. It looks like LGD both going to be farming up as well. We have looking for a BKB now up on Queen of Pain, and I think they're just waiting for a big item on Faceless Void before they decide to take yet another team fight. or try to force the issue. They're really not. What they're doing is making sure that. Actually, I'm not even sure they're going to try to take a team fight. I don't think they're going to try to bring the team fight to LGD at this point because I think they feel like they're winning the farming game, and since they're going to be doing that, they know LGD is kind of on the back foot, and they're going to be the ones that are going to have to take a risky maneuver in order to try to get team fight. And that gives them just a slight advantage because they can control positioning that way if LGD have to come into their base, which, as you can see, LGD do want to force the issue. They're going to go up into the jungle yet again, trying to get a fight off, but Na'Vi is ready for it, and they have popped off their own. Actually, both teams had the same idea, so who knows? But neither one of them are going to find each other, and neither one are going to find each other, and they're just going to wasting a little bit of time. Just going to farm up each other's jungle, but now LGD has been found over in their top tower. They do have free access to it right now. Na'Vi is not gonna teleport into this. They're gonna try to look for a surprise initiation if they can catch off at Chronosphere. It's gonna be huge, and there's an item bought by Faces Void, but I'm not really sure what it is. Here we go, Tidehunter. If they can get off Tidehunter, are they gonna be able to get him? No, Ravage is gonna be popped off. Is Dendi there? Is Dendi there? No, he's not able to steal the Ravage. And the Darkseer wall has been popped off, but now Havas is being pulled out. But he has a BKB. They cannot stop him from doing it. They're going to try to get rid of Zhao, but the wall has already been popped off right there. The team fight is just everywhere right now. Puppy's taking a lot of damage. Puppy goes down, and the unstoppable streak on Queen of Pain, our side, goes down. This is not good for Na'Vi, and they do going to get focused down on Havas. Havas still has the Aegis of the Immortal, but he might lose it twice. And Dendi has to TP himself out. I don't know if Faces Void can get away from this. He's going to try to use his drink. No, he doesn't get far enough. He doesn't pull it far enough, but he TPs himself away. Actually, that was a good play right there from Faces Void. Instead of popping himself up here, he popped himself in here and then TP'd himself out, saving himself from losing an entire life. And that would have been a first kill. Actually, no, he died once. So again, just positioning in the team fights and who gets what is what decides the tide of battle. Look at the XP graph. XP graph way in favor of the Dire though right now, and the gold advantage way in favor of the Dire. But yet again, it is Faceless Void versus two carries, and it's difficult. And he had a hard time figuring out who to catch off and who to kill. He tried to go for Tidehunter first, but then he realized that Ravage had already popped off. And went for Darkseer, thinking that maybe the wall hadn't been placed, but the wall had already been placed, so ended up just not getting a kill. But he might have if he did something else. And he's going for he's going for the butterfly. He's almost got it too. What is the final item for the butterfly? It is not expensive. It is the quarterstaff. So he needs about 800 gold, and he's going to have a butterfly that's going to give him huge damage in the team fight. They're going to go for Roshan yet again. LGD are here, though. They know the Song of Siren. Is it down? It is down for 8 seconds. It is going to be up, and this may not go well for Na'Vi. They do have Roshan finished off quite far, but LGD is going to be found. Telekinesis out. He has to back himself off. They may lose him right now, but it's focusing a lot on him. Sylar is there. The Queen of Pain ultimate is popped off. And Voss popping up his BKB. There he goes. There he goes. Look at his damage. Damage is going down. DD is low on life. DDC is low on life. Sylar is taking a lot of damage. The ultimate is now popped off here from Sylar. He has to escape, and they're going to try to get her, but they're not able to do so. Going to go for Roshan. So that team fight went the way of Na'Vi quite successfully, and it was because of that Chronosphere and BKB that they're able to do it, plus the butterfly somehow was finished off right there and bought. I don't even know where that came in, but just excellent team fight there from Na'Vi. Taking it to the house yet again, and look at this farm. Going to be taken by our side. This should be his BKB. He's got that up. That's going to be a problem again. BKBs are the bane of Tidehunter as it gets into the later part of the game. I think, is there anyone else that wants a BKB? Is there anyone else that needs a Dendi with a Gem of True Sight? He's got his Blink Dagger, Force Staff, and Ghost Scepter to make sure he doesn't get focused down in terms of right clicks. And I think Faceless Void is getting way out of control right now. Queen of Pain is a good carry, but it is up to her to get the Sonic Wave off, and that Sonic Wave is not going to deal damage to a BKB. The Tidehunter Ravage is not going to deal damage to a BKB, so they cannot focus Faceless Void with that, and she doesn't have her Ghost Scepter. She doesn't have her Aghanim Scepter yet, so the cooldown is 135 seconds for that ultimate. have? What do we have on Puppy? Puppy just playing support. Does not have that. Does not have the pipe finished off just yet. They've been giving farm to Listrak to make sure he gets his BKB, but I think Puppy is now going to start getting some of the farm, so that they can finish up that that item, which will give him even more team fight against negating Queen of Pain and negating Tidehunter. That makes for a great build and a great strategy from Navi. So is it anyone's game? I think it still is. But LGD, the onus is on them. The onus is on them to win it. I don't know what item. I don't know what the end game item is going to be for Havas. Perhaps there's going to be a Daedalus, and with that crit damage plus Battle Fury plus Butterfly, will make him just able to melt a lot of the heroes. But Navi gonna take it to LGD. They're popping off a smoke right now. LGD back inside their own base. They know that they have to play defensively right now. They're definitely on the back foot, and Tyler just using. She does have a. This is the problem with building defensive and not building offensive, is that you can survive team fights, sure, but you can't do anything in them. And this is the problem that LGD faces. They did not build an aggressive build on Naga Siren, and that may prove bad things for them, since the damage is starting to be negated from Ravage. The damage from Sonic Wave is starting to be negated, and Venomancer can't get caught out. He needs to pop off the ultimate before he's able to, before the team fight happens. So a lot of the mid-game damage that LGD wanted to have, the mid-game power that they have, is being chipped away at. And Faceless Void is building that the offensive strategy. Yep, he's going for it. He's going for the Daedalus. Once he's got that Daedalus, I don't know if there's anything that LGD has to stop him, because when that Chronosphere is up, man, does he deal a lot of damage. How many last hits? He's got 328 last hits. Sylar's got a respectable 229, but is nowhere near Faceless Void, and really what they need to do is stop Faceless Void from killing them. And if they have to worry about Arsart because he can deal Pulse Nova damage. They have to worry about Light of Heaven because he can pop off the Roar and lock down one of their heroes. They have to worry about Dendi because he can steal either the Sonic Wave or the Ravage or the Song if they need to. And do they need to worry about Enchantress? Not quite yet, but when the pipe is up on them, they'll have to worry about her then. And Navi taking the game to them. He does. Faceless Void does have the crits, doesn't have the Daedalus for the massive crits, but does have crits up on Faceless Void. So they're going to melt away the tower, going to pop off the fortification just in time, going to force the boss to stay here a little bit longer, but he's going to take it out, and they're going to go back up to the top lane where the split push is happening, and it looks like the two carriers are going to be able to get away from this. Also, just the levels are going to be a problem, because what do we have? Sylar is level 17, and I think I saw that Queen of Pain is also level 17 versus a level 23 Faceless Void. So as you can see, Navi are less afraid of LGD. They saw that they could take that tower without contention, and they know it. They know that they can do that now. This game is just not. It is not just about farm. It is not just about. It is not just about right-click skill. It is not about ability skill and setting it up. The mental part of the game is huge. Noticing what your opponents are doing, reacting to it properly. That is knowing where you have strength. That is what you have to make sure you have, and that is what Navi has been able to press. They're feeling comfortable right now. LGD are not comfortable. They are just looking to finish up that Daedalus on Faceless Void. They're kind of close to it. I don't remember what the. I don't remember how far it is away from him. I don't remember the. Okay. There it is. Ah, so it is the Demon Edge that is left. 24k, and he just purchased it, I believe. Yep, he has his data list finished off. Na'Vi are ready for it, and they're going to go. Doesn't have buyback, but he does have Aegis the Immortal. Aegis the Immortal will last for a couple more minutes, so they should be able to have it for this team fight push. And they're gonna. Oh God, one. Oh, he pops up the ultimate for it. Come on, man, you didn't need to do that. Anyways, they're gonna pop into the mid lane. They have to push back a little bit, but I guess they're really just. They're not gonna. I thought they were gonna go straight in for the team fight, but they're not gonna do it. They have about 80 seconds left to set up for that. Lost. Faceless Void is huge right now. Yao is just not that big. Sylar is also, she's big, but can be melted right now. She has 2.8k. She has 2.8k health, but the damage coming out from Faceless Void is about 400 per hit, on top of the 50% crit damage. No, 250% damage that comes out whenever he crits. So all of that health can be melted very, very, very quickly. And I think the only thing that he could really use after this, he could get Boots of Travel, I suppose. He's not going to get rid of the Black King bar. He could buy a second Black King bar. How many charges do you have? He has. Yeah, he could buy a second Black King bar. Or what would be the final? Or he could get an Assault Cuirass and just make him that much more faster, give him more tankability in terms of armor. But he'd have to lose Aegis, or I don't even know if he's. I think he's full though. He'd have to lose. He'd have to lose Boots. So this is the max Faceless Void can really get with Aegis right now. But if Aegis is gone, then he can get a little bit bigger. But they are just looking to catch someone out before they decide to press him. They know LGD are a fantastic team, and they're giving them respect. Not pushing. They know they have a bit of an advantage, but they know that they can still lose it if they are not careful. We have some armor now up on Darkseer in the form of the Plate Mail. Perhaps he's looking for a Shiva's Guard to slow anything down that they can. We do have now we have a Vitality booster out on our side. Now they're going to go on Nendi. The Na'Vi are coming in, ready to fight, ready to take it to LGD. Is this going to be the end? Is it going to be the final match? And Sylar is right here. Sylar going to deal a little bit of damage. Dog is barking. I'm going to ignore him right now. And Snare going to be up on the boss. He's going to be slowed down just a bit. And going to take a good amount of damage. Sylar going to pop off with the illusions. They're going to be melted away quite quickly. That is the end of the illusions. And it looks like they're going to push him the middle tower right now. Going to deal a good amount of damage to it. It is taking a lot of damage from Faceless Void. Faceless Void backs himself away from the fight. Sylar is still in it. To win. She does have a Diffusal Blade up. That could slow down Havas. Havas hasn't popped off the opening. Oh, Sight Device. He's taking a lot of damage right now. He may be finished off. He does get finished off. 2 heroes down. Faceless Void has to buy back. The Aegis was gone. Ravage's secondary popped off. Dendi taking a lot of damage right now. This is not what they wanted to have happen. LGD turning it around with an amazing team fight. And Faceless Void just being too careless, being too safe with the Chronosphere. And he has to buy back from that. I don't know what they're going to do. He's just going to go for the Aegis again. And Aegis' cheese is going to be up for this. They're not too happy about losing that battle. But LGD turn around a team fight, even though they are so far down with a... they're still not too far away in terms of gold, actually. But a 20k deficit in experience. And now they do get the Aegis as well as the cheese. And they're looking to catch someone off. They do have Yao up in here in the top lane, level 20, get some armor up on her. So Na'Vi, they do have to play a good team fight if they want to win this game. They are going to push in down the mid lane yet again. Do not want to lose this. Aegis is up on Havas. Who has the cheese? It is... Light of Heaven. Where's the cheese? Probably our side has the cheese. They're back up here. They're going to TP themselves in. He does have the cheese. He has to walk himself down here. And Havas up in here. He does have the Aegis. I mean, he does have the Chronosphere ready. Still has that available to him. And how are they going to engage this team fighter? They're just going to force it. They do have Queen of Pain up in here. She does have a TP scroll. She can go out. They probably see her up there. They have revealed that off to the crew. They know that she's not there. It's going to take a couple seconds before she's back there. She's TPing out. The boss now getting ensnared. He's going to get caught out. He's going to jump himself in. Has not popped it off yet. Has not popped off the Chronosphere. Taking a lot of damage from Queen of Pain. He has to back off. He's taking too much damage. He's still dark to your wall. Double dark to your wall. Doesn't want to take damage from himself. That's probably what they were waiting for. The boss healing up what he can. And just waiting. Great defense here. Great defense from LGD. Boss has just been focused down way too much. Oh man, this is on the edge of the nerve. They do want this back. They do want to gain that advantage. Sylar is just really hard to kill right now. They're going to pull nothing in. Not going to pull anything in. Boss still waiting for the good engagement with the Chronosphere ultimate. I still have this tier 3 to tier 2 tower down in the bottom lane that's going to be pushed out. Here we go. Is this going to melt away the creep wave? The creep wave is coming in. Sylar going to jump herself up in here and the middle tower goes down. Faceless Void jumps himself out. And the ensnare going to catch on our side, but he's not going to be able to use that. They're going to use he's going to get rid of the illusions that were around him with the split earth. They're going to continue to push in. The wards are here. They really want this Rax. They really want to get it. There are so many Venomancer wards down here. Trying to hold off the creep wave. Trying to not give that in. Gravity going to pull in, and we can't get a catch out of the And here we go. We have the ultimate pop off, but Faceless Void is not here. He's not dealing with damage. Here he is. He's going to finish off Dark here. Going on Sylar. Popping off his BKB. Jumping himself in. Sylar is backing away. The ultimate is still available on her. The Venomancer ultimate is popped off. DDC is not using Ravage just yet. Havas taking a lot of damage. The barracks goes down. He needs to get away from this. He's going to go down. He's going to die. He's going to lose HC Immortal. He's ready to do that. They're not able to finish off. Light of Heaven is going to be eating a Sonic Wave. Light of Heaven may go down to this. The ultimate is popped off from Sylar. Sylar is low on life. Has to back herself out. Light of Heaven just sitting on such little life left. And Na'Vi have not lost anyone. They get themselves the barracks that they wanted. Huge team fight from them. And LGD, Tidehunter, level 5 up, level 25 up on Faceless Void. He has just about maxed out his build. And that heart is actually able, he is being focused down on it. They have a hard time stopping him from taking too much damage. ED gonna get focused, gonna get caught out right now. Venomancer is gonna go down. That is one hero down. Sylar is up in the game. Havas is taking a little bit of damage. He is forced. He has eaten he's gonna turn to a chicken. Now he's back. BKB is popped off. We have Xiao taking a lot of damage. Xiao goes down yet again. Sylar gonna be going down. Sylar is finished off. Yao is still here. Yao is gonna go down. They have a buyback. Buyback on Naga Siren. Buyback on, I think there's someone else that bought back into the game. LGD is gonna call GG. Na'Vi going to the championship match. LGD dropping down to the losers bracket where they're going to have to take out IG in another epic battle, and then it is going to be the final game of the tournament. Oh, this is way too exciting and my heart is going to burst. I'm going to have to take a break. Probably not going to cast the IG match, but I am going to be here for the final match. I think LGD may have the upper hand on IG and may be able to face Na'Vi again in a best of 5. Oh man, too much strategy, too much Dota. Na'Vi, congratulations, you've made it to the final match, the grand final. LGD still have the opportunity to win it. Love is Dead, signing off.